opportunity today or throughout the week or when you see them on Saturday, please take the opportunity to tell them thank you for what they do and how they support high school athletics in our state. Sinclair Broadcasting Group is our television partner for the championship again this year. They'll be providing live television coverage of all 8 games throughout a network of stations over the air across the state. Full television schedule will be posted a little bit later today on our website and the basketball championship page when it comes available. We hope everybody can make it out to the games, but if they're not able to, it's good to have a partner like Sinclair and NFHS Network who will also live stream those games as well to help bring those games to people who can't make it. So now let's take a moment to meet the state championship participant head coaches and welcome them this morning. Coaches, when your team is called, please make your way up to one of the backdrops. Men are on this side, women are on this side, so we'll start with the ladies. And ladies, if you'll make your way over there as your team is called, your name is called to receive your championship autograph ball as well as a plaque. Helping with the presentations this morning, Commissioner Q. Tucker, Director Rhonda Drobovus, and Assistant Commissioners Trey Waters and Brad Alford. First, please give a warm welcome for the 1A Women's Western Regional Champion from Bishop McGinnis High School. Please welcome head coach Brian Robinson. The Villains are 27-4 in their overall. They were champions of the Northwest 1A. Principal is Jared Rashford and the athletic director is Jeff Stoller. Bishop McGinnis is making their 11th appearance in the NCHSAA State Championship, and they've won all 10 of their previous appearances, most recently last year. From Bishop McGinnis High School, once again, a round of applause for head coach Brian Robinson. Next, we introduce the Villains' opponent in the 1A Women's Final, the champions of the 1A East, Chatham Charter, the Knights, and head coach Jeffrey Patterson. Chatham Charter is 26-5. They were 10-0 as champions of the Central Tar Heel 1A. The principal at Chatham Charter is Etta Foshee, and the athletic director is Clint Fields. Knights are making their first appearance in an NCHSAA championship game, so a warm round of applause for Chatham Charter head coach Jeffrey Patterson. And now we welcome the West Regional Champions in the 2A Women's, the Salisbury Hornets, head coach Lakai Bryce. The Hornets are 26-3 on the season, 12-0 as champions of the Central Carolina 1A-2A. The principal at Salisbury is Marvin Moore. The athletic director is Todd Parker and Derek Butler. Hornets are appearing in the state championship game for the 7th time in school history and has won 5 of their previous appearances. From Salisbury, head coach Lakai Bryce. Next, the 2A Eastern Women's Champions, the Seaforth Hawks. Please welcome head coach Charles Bird. The Hawks are 27-3 this season, 12-0 as champions of the Mid-Carolina 1A-2A Conference. The principal at Seaforth is Trip Creighton, and the athletic director is Mr. Jason Amy. The Hawks are appearing in their first state championship game in school history. From Seaforth High School, please welcome head coach Charles Bird. Our next coach is head coach of the Women's 3A Western Champions, the West Rowan Falcons. Please welcome head coach Ashley Poole. The Falcons are 30-0 this year, 14-0 as champions of the South Piedmont 3A. The principal at West Rowan is Jamie Durant, and the athletic director is Todd Bell. The Falcons are making their first appearance at a state championship game in women's basketball. From West Rowan, head coach Ashley Poole. And now for the Falcons' opponent, the 3A Eastern Women's Champion, the Rocky Mount Griffons, and head coach Pamela Gainey. The Griffons are 30-1 this year. They are 14-0 as champions of the Big East 2A, 3A Conference. The principal at Rocky Mount is Daniel Colvin, and the athletic directors are Michael Gainey and Wilbert Barnes. The Griffons are making their first appearance in an NCHSAA women's title game after knocking off Cape Fear in the regional finals. From Rocky Mount, please welcome head coach Pam Gainey. Next, Next, we introduce the champions of the 4A West on the women's side, Lake Norman Wildcats and head coach Mackenzie Graham. The Wildcats have had an outstanding season as champions of their conference. Principal at Lake Norman is Bill Shapcott, and the athletic director is Mr. Jay Keener. They are making their first appearance all time in an NCHSAA state championship game in women's basketball. From Lake Norman High School and the Wildcats, please welcome head coach Mackenzie Graham. Next, for the Wildcats' opponent, the women's champion of the 4A East from Panther Creek High School. A warm round of applause for head coach Danielle Sullivan. The Catamounts are 28-4 this season, 14-0 in the Southwest Lake Conference, winning the championship. Principal at Panther Creek is Gregory Decker, and the athletic director is Ryan Doggett. Catamounts are in their first appearance in the NCHSAA state championship game as well, from Panther Creek High School. A round of applause for Danielle Sullivan.
Good luck.
I love your shoes, by the way.
And now we'll switch over to the men's side. So, guys, if you will, make your way over on this side. I think Mr. Tucker's going to make her way over there as well. The Catamount, we'll start with the 1A West champions, the Eastern Randolph High School Wildcats, and head coach Thomas. Wildcats are 29-2 this year, 11-1 in the Piedmont Athletic 1A 2A. The principal at Eastern is Susan Chapel, and the athletic director is Paul Cade. Wildcats are appearing in a state championship game for the first time in school history, and I will note that Coach Thomas is in his old stomping ground where he played at NC State for their championship game. Eastern Randolph head coach Jonathan Thomas. And now for the Wildcats opponent, the champions of the 1A East, the Wilson Prep Tigers, and head coach Anthony Atkinson Jr. Tigers are 26-7 this year, 15-1 in Tar-Water 1A, where they are the league champions.
Congratulations.
Wilson Prep is Tevin Harris, and the athletic director is Darryl Woodard. The Tigers are making their second appearance all time and are looking for a second state championship. From Wilson Prep, head coach Anthony Atkinson Jr. The Tigers, we move on to the 2A West champion and the Reedville Rams, who welcome head coach Jason Ross. The Rams are 26-0 this year, 12-0 as champions of Mid-State 2A. The principal at Reedville is Erica Blackwell, and the athletic director is Joe Walker III. The Rams are in the state championship game for the fifth time in school history and have won each of their previous 4 appearances. Most recently in 2003. From Reedsville High School, head coach Jason Hall. Next, we introduce the Rams opponent, the champions of the 2A East, Farmville Central High School, the Jaguars, and head coach Larry Williford. The Jags are 29-1 this year, 12 champions of the Eastern Plains 2A, where they won the league. Principal at Farmville Central is Brad Johnson, and the athletic director is Coach Williford. Jags are making their 10th appearance in an NCHSAA state title game and won 7 of their previous 9 appearances, most recently in 2021 over Hendersonville. From Farmville Central High School, head coach Larry Williford.
Thank you.
Next, we introduce the 3A Western champions, the Central Cabarrus Vikings, and head coach Jim Baker. The Vikings are 31-0 this season, 14-0 in the South Piedmont 3A, winning the league title. The principal at Central Cabarrus is Dustin Shute, the athletic director is James Billings. The Vikings are in their second appearance all time in the NCHSAA state championship game, having previously won state title in 2000 over Dudley. From Central Cabarrus High School, head coach Jim Baker. Next, we introduce the 3A Eastern champions, the Northwood High School Chargers, and head coach Matt Brown. The Chargers are 28-2 this season, 12-0 as champions of the Central 3A. The principal at Northwood is Bradford Walston, and the athletic director is Cameron Vernon. The Chargers are appearing in their 4A, where they won the league title. Principal at Myers Park is Bob Folk, and the athletic director is Brian Ford. The Mustangs are making their third appearance in a state championship game, still seeking their first state title. From Myers Park High School, head coach Scott Taylor. And now for the Mustangs' opponent, the champions of the 4A East from the Richmond High School Raiders. Please welcome head coach Donald Pettigrew. The Raiders are 28-2 this year, 14-0 in the Sand Hills 3A, 4A. The principal at Richmond is Jim Buckler. The athletic director is Mr. Rob Ransom. And the Raiders are making the program's fourth appearance in a state title game. They're still seeking their first state title. From Richmond High School, please welcome head coach Bootsy Pettigrew. Once again, one more big round of applause for all of our head coaches. Next, it's my honor.